Since May 2020, there have been 613 orca attacks, and 7 boats have sunk. So this problem isn't going away. We need to learn to live with it. This is where we live, the beautiful city of Lisbon. And this is a map of all the orca interactions. So as you can see, before we go sailing, we have to check the weather, check the sea state, check the tides, and check the orcas. I'm going to tell you from my experience how to prevent being attacked, where to get valuable information, which boats are safer, and finally, what to do if you do get attacked by an orca. This is how we do it. This is Starry Night, a courageous, plucky sailboat who has only one dream: to sail around the world and have lots of adventures. No, not like that. It's around the world, not through it. But not everything was going to plan. Starry Night was abandoned on the heart for 12 full years. But one day, he found us. My name is Paulo, and this is Caterina, and these are our 2 very overactive kids. After a crazy amount of work, Starry Night is once again ready to sail the oceans. So sit back, relax, and join us in this adventure, and we will all find out together where Starry Night will end up next. Why did orcas decide to attack sailboats right now? Well, I've heard a bunch of theories. Some say it's because we take their tuna and they see that as competition, so they started disabling the boats. Others say it's because one particular orca, Gladys, was hit by a boat and then she started to have this behavior as revenge. Others say it's just a bit of fun, and I've even heard some crazy theories where the yards in Gibraltar started to attach meat and fish to rudders the same way as a tire shop puts nails in the road so that you have a puncture and you go to their shop. Well, in this case, you have a problem with the rudder and you go to the yard and have to fix it. But that's a crazy theory and it has never been confirmed. The truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter why they are doing it. What matters is that they are doing it and we need to deal with it. We need to adapt, because this is the new reality. The first thing that you need to know is that you can't outrun them. Look at this video of an orca following a powerboat. He's doing like what, 20 knots? There's no way he's gonna get away. These things have been clocked doing 30 knots. So if you can't outrun them, your best bet is to avoid them. Which boats are safe? I heard this a ton of times. Someone will say, my boat is orca-proof because it's made of aluminum, or it's made of steel, or even aluminium, and I'm sorry to tell you, but it's not safe at all. Because the problem is, even if your rudder is super strong and super well attached with a great skag, the orcas still have the strength to turn the rudder and break your quadrant, or break the steering cable. They definitely will break the autopilot. So, I'm sorry to tell you, there's no such thing as an orca-proof boat. Not even a Kraken, not even a Garcia. The best way to prepare is to have something that you can use as a spare rudder. Maybe a hydrovane, maybe something that you can attach to your hull. In case you lose your rudder, you will still have maneuverability. Another thing is to keep up on your communication devices. If you get an interaction, if you're getting attacked, immediately contact the authorities and ask for help. Because there have been 7 boats that sunk. They all did ask for help, nobody died, but still, it's an issue. Because what happens is that as they attack the rudder, some boats are not as well built, and if the rudder falls off, the boat starts to ingress water and it will, sink, like this boat over here. Your best chance to avoid them is to stay on the 20-meter depth line, or lower. The problem with this is that it isn't always possible. We have to cross estuaries, we have to cross a bunch of places on the coastline that are much deeper than the 20 to 30 meter line. And when that happens, your best bet is to be informed, to stay informed of where the orcas are right now. there is a website, orcas.pt. I'll put the link down in the description, where you can find all the information about the latest orca interactions and the latest sightings of orcas. But the best tool is the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group. If you go to that website, you can then find a way to be a part of this group. And what happens is that, actually, let me show you. So this is the Orca group, and as you can see, I have real-time updates from other sailors and from the manager of orca.pt, where the orcas have last been sighted and if there have been any interactions near us or not. And with this information, you can decide if it's safe to go out or if it's not that safe. In the beginning, they used to tell us to carry sand and drop the sand overboard as they were trying to attack. Well, that doesn't really seem to work. The people have tried pinchers, and that seems to actually catch their interest, and then it actually does the opposite effect, because they get interest in the pincher. Then there are the illegal activities, like depth charges. Yeah, some people do those. They are super illegal. And then there's this guy who's just shooting at the orcas. So, I don't know. Don't do this. You'll end up in jail. The proven method, the best method, or the best thing that you can do now is to engage max speed and drive to shore. The idea here is that even though you cannot outrun them, they eventually lose interest, because orcas are a pack animal, and the ones that are doing the attacking are the young ones. And the ones that stay in the group, they don't really care about the boats. So eventually, these teenagers, they will come back to the group once you get far away enough from the main group. So that's your best bet. If you see the orcas near your boat, you just go full throttle with engine, motor sailing, whatever you have to do, and go to as shallow water as you can. This has saved a bunch of sailors, and there have been a significant decrease in orca attacks, because people now know how to avoid them and what to do if they are getting attacked. Because if you just turn everything off, they will just have fun with your rudder. Just a very quick public announcement. So I have this friend whose boat burnt down a couple of years ago. We have the podcast on the channel where he tells his story. You can check it out. What happens now is that he's selling the things that were not affected by the fire. And for example, he has this couple of winches, Lumar 58s. These are tremendously expensive winches. They cost like $6,500 each. And he's selling both of them like for $4,000. Maybe you can even get it cheaper. But yeah, if you know anyone who needs winches, this is a great way to get a pair of great winches for cheap and also to help him. I'll put the contact in the description, and if you want, just send an email. And if you know anyone who might want them, please share this video. Anyway, that's what I have about orcas. That's what we do to try and stay safe, although it's never 100% guaranteed that we will. And if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll try to answer any questions that you might have. And thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.